Monday early afternoon here at the university, the National State University here in Loja. Just had a meeting with I guess he's the equivalent of the president, trying to get some business done. And out here on a windy, coolish day in Loja, heading back to the office and the rest of the day. Here in the Super Maxi shopping center parking lot. Man, I just had like the second guy in the last 2 days like introduce himself because he knows me from YouTube. I don't know, maybe it's working. Dreary day in Loja, man. It's cold out there, rainy. Out here at a hotel, waiting for a meeting. I want to go home and sleep, close the blinds and sleep, watch movies. I hate this weather. 9 o'clock, a little after 9 o'clock on Monday night. Look at this. Look at this. New employee, 6 days on the job, 9, 10 at night, still working. Wednesday early afternoon, didn't shoot any videos yesterday, at least that I recall. Been working in the office all day so far. Got to head to Vilcabamba to hopefully basically a second showing for a property that there's an offer on the table for. But just a really interesting time. Myself and my former business partner Darnell decided to divide up the company a few weeks back, so we've been sort of working out the logistics of that. I'm really happy about it because it allows sort of us both the freedom to do things how we desire, which I think, at least for me, is really important. Also just entered into a sort of different type of arrangement with one of our employees. So the team is changing, and I think it's all, really positive developments. I think the team that we're building is extremely competent and on the same page and has all the characteristics I value of speed and hard work and honesty and integrity and drive and all those sorts of things that make for a successful enterprise when you really need everybody on the same page and pulling in the same direction. So working on that, working on the projects and everything else. Very close. I feel very close on a lot of things. Still cold and rainy here in Loja. I'm looking forward to a week or two in the States next month in August. And then when I get back, the weather should be good until next spring. Thursday morning, heading to Malacatos to meet a client. Going to then be heading out to the Chiquil area, show a property, also see a property, a new property as well. Interesting time. Actually cut some, we're a little bit fewer at the company. My decision, of course. I'm psyched about it because I think the team that we're building now is really has a chance to be special and really implement everything we're trying to do. Heading to the States in a few weeks. I'm gonna buy a drone, also a professional camera, try to really deliver on that promise of giving people the full scope of information, trying to get the coordinates for every property and all the information that someone would need, including a complete picture of the place, access road, area, etc. Psyched about that. Still cold here in Loja. It'll also be nice to get away from that for a couple of weeks. Honestly, I could spend summers back home very happily, as it's the kind of the ugly part of the year here, weather-wise. Also, just been thinking about, first of all, humanity, people, right? I mean, first of all, I love humanity. I love people. Like, if you're a human, you're on my team. And but people are so confused, myself included, and I think just about everybody's good in their heart. And kind of I think almost everyone wants the same thing, to be happy and raise their family and take care of themselves and their family and, be happy and live a good life. I think the confusion comes from people, and the differences amongst people come from how to get there. And I think one of the ways that humanity is most confused is thinking that there's results from outside of themselves, and that's how they've suckered us in, collectivism and socialism and belief in government and outside powers. And here's the biggest issue I have with that. I really think there's kind of a dividing line, right? It's like, if you believe in government, if you believe in socialism, if you believe in taxes and all these sorts of things, you're really ultimately, that's a belief not in yourself. It's a lack of belief in yourself. And I think it's really a dividing line for people, because I think people who don't believe in that, people who ultimately believe that responsibility for their life lies with them, they act quite differently than somebody who believes in collectivism. So, you know, when you want something, for example, do you want to go out yourself and create that? Or do you want somebody to come and help you with it? You know, do you want, or if something bad happens, you know, something bad happens in your life, do you want some entity coming in that has forcefully taken money from other people and help you with that money? Or do you want to, you know, figure out your own way? And I think it comes down to sort of a belief in life about what is the creator. You know, are you able to, you know, are you creating your life, or are you leaving that in the hands of someone else or some other entity? And if you're leaving that in the hands of some other entity, it's, how are you going to be effective? You know, how are you going to be successful? How can people count on you when you don't believe that you are the ultimate, you know, that the buck stops with you, you know, that ultimate responsibility is with you? I really think that's a dividing line, a very seductive ideology to think, you know, that, well, we, but, you know, that's not how this experience is set up. We're all responsible for our own creation, our own life, our own actions, our own results. And I think if you believe that, then you have a chance to be effective in the world. And if you don't, you know, you're going to spend a lot of time in groups and in meetings and in, you know, conferences and government things, and, you know, sort of waiting and hoping. And I have a hard time with that. I really do. So my 2 cents for the day on that. It's a little cold here still, heading to hopefully warmer weather. Out here at this finca outside of Malacatos. Look at that. It runs all the way down to the river. All of that, Bugambilla, all these old buildings. This has to be 100+ years old. Man, would I love to buy this and restore it to its 19th or early 20th century glory. Huge house, old swimming pool. Can you imagine what this looked like in 1910? Down here by the river, I gotta put my feet in this bad boy. Ecuador life, working. Here at this other property now. Look at this place. Those mountains. All kind of sugarcane and fruit trees down below. Imagine that for your home site. Those views. Southern Ecuador during dry season. Here in Vilcabamba, having dinner at the falafel place, just run into a few friends. It's such a cool community. A lot of craziness and just also a lot of good people. Conversations over here, you know, one guy's making ormus, another guy's dealing with all kinds of health cures, another guy's talking about financial collapse. It's just a very, very cool place, especially if you're into that sort of stuff.